Welcome back to another video, guys. We are back down here in the office ready to get some more testing done. So here's the deal. Let's get real. We've been testing for quite a while now and we need to hurry it up because I'm noticing already that my sales are slowing. It's basically been like a solid 3 weeks here of no listing on the video game store and we're getting in trouble. Luckily, we have the other store with my partner Airval. You can check out, as always, link below. We've been listing plenty of stuff there, which has been keeping me afloat, but we really need to start to get some listings up for the video game store. And in order to do that, I really wanted to try to do as many in one day as possible, so I want to get more stuff tested. I also have a couple lots coming in now, which I know I said I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to buy any until I had gotten all this stuff done, but Airval had a great opportunity that came upon us, and I just decided to go for it. So we have a lot of stuff coming in. I really want to move the stuff that's here right now, and we have tons and tons of inventory that's not listed on the store that we got to get up. So with that said, it's going to be a long day here, but I want to try to get as much stuff tested as possible. We have 2 boxes left that I really had to deal with, and then we're basically done most of it, and the rest of it can probably be saved for another day, and we can start listing all the stuff that we've already got tested. So I'm really excited about that. And that basically will conclude testing everything. So we're very close at this point. We still have plenty of other stuff for, other stores, other products that had to get listed, along with the video games. But once we get the video games done, that's a good portion of it. We have another 100 or so, maybe even more coming in. So we got to get these ones going here quickly. So you guys will recall over here that these are all the games we have already tested. So this is all of this row here. Come around the corner, all of these games right here. And then if we come down a step, all of these games right here. And that's it for right now. That's actually all we've done, remarkably. But anyway, you know what, it is what it is. I have been very busy. I think it's still a good amount, but it is, I don't know. It's a good amount of games. Let's just say that. Okay, so we're gonna be happy with it, and we're just gonna get it done. But today we have box number 1 and box number 2 underneath that we're gonna try to get done. So we're gonna see if we can do that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's pretty late in the day, and this video goes up today. So if you guys are watching it, I was doing this earlier today. So we don't have too much time, but I'm hoping that through, sort of rushing through and trying our best, I think we can get both of those boxes done by the end of the day. I might be setting myself up for failure. I'm not sure, but we're just going to jump right into things here. Also, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Be sure to do that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's jump into testing these games. All right, guys, let's take a look at the first lot here. Luckily, there is a console in here, which is taking up a little bit of space. So we'll be able to save a little bit of time that way because we're not listing consoles right now. This is one that was given to us here, though, from the person who sent this, which I really do appreciate. But we're going to go ahead here and just look at the games. So let me get the games out of this box, and then we'll talk about what we have to actually list. All right, guys, and so here's a look at all of the items that we had to deal with from this lot. As you can see, there's quite a few, but it's not too bad. So about probably, 50 PS3 games or so in here, so not too bad at all. A couple of good titles. We got some Black Ops games. We've got all of the above. Yeah, Black Ops 3, there's GTA 5, a lot of good stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited about this lot. I'm just going to go ahead, actually. Oh, there are some Wii games at the bottom. I didn't even notice those. I'm going to go ahead, though, and just start turning on the system and testing these guys out. Hopefully, this goes pretty quickly. Probably had to JFJ a few of them, but I'm just going to go ahead here and start with the PlayStation 3 games. Okay, guys, well, I'll tell you what, we got a pretty good amount of games that are now working, but I have been having some trouble here. This has been a kind of an interesting one. The JFJ is giving me some trouble. So every game that I've put in there so far has come back basically looking the same. Kind of strange, I know. It's not like it's adding more scratches, but it's just looking the same. See, so I'll show you guys. Like, this is one game, for example, that's about to go in. And you can see it's got a lot of scratches on it. But those are very light scratches. And on a good day, the JFJ would have no problem basically removing 90% of these. And you would look at a fairly clean-looking disc. There was a disc not unlike this one, maybe a little bit better shape, that just went in there. And I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'll have to probably clean it off. But this just finished 2 minutes. And so far, they haven't been doing very well. Let's see how this one turned out. Now you can see this one is slightly better, but it's certainly nothing to be proud of. I mean, that is by no means acceptable for what I expect out of this machine. Now this one, although it has scratches, it's probably light enough that I could list them. I don't know, guys. This is really bad. Like, this is not okay. And the JFJ would normally on good, they have no problem taking out scratches, especially like those top ones there. like that stuff should be gone, but I'm not sure what's going on. So the disc has felt a little hot, like probably a little hotter than normal, but other than that, there's no real sign. Perhaps my pad is either just too wet or too dry, but I'm really not sure what to do here. Okay, let's try this one here, guys. I'm gonna try not to add as much compound, or maybe I think I was adding a little too much, but here's the before, and there's the after. And as you can see, there's still quite a few scratches on it. I mean, mind you, yes, it did do slightly better. I added less compound this time, so maybe that helped. I'm gonna try to run this one more time. And so here's the final look, and it's really not all that impressive. I'm not impressed by this at all. Yeah, this is not good. I guess I'm just gonna have to test it, and I'll list it with scratches. But I don't know what's going on. And for anybody that's wondering, or maybe thinks I don't know what I'm doing, I've done probably a few hundred games now on this unit, if not over 1,000. I've never had it perform like that. It's usually at least done something to the scratches, taking them off, more than that. And again, it was running a little hot, at least for the discs. I'm not sure how the machine is, but not sure what's going on there. Hopefully it's all fine. I was just applying something incorrectly, or maybe it was just this group of games that weren't working very well, or I got unlucky. I only did probably 4 or 5, but that seems a little bit strange to me. Anyway, hopefully it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and test this guy right now. If you guys know what it might be causing it, or if you've had a similar experience, let me know down below. But otherwise, let's move on. I'm pretty happy with the progress that we're making. So these are all the PlayStation 3 games that we got tested and working and clean. Luckily for me, most of them were clean, so they didn't require the JFJ. I left a few games here because I think the next lot has some Wii games and original PlayStation stuff, so I can just do them all at once. But here's a look at what didn't end up working from this lot. This was actually just a loose game that didn't end up working, so that's not great. I'm not sure where that game went, but anyway, there was a game in there. Star Wars The Force Unleashed wasn't my fault at all. This one actually came cracked. And I don't know why I've gotten this question before of people asking, does the JFJ fix cracked discs? The obvious answer is no. You can't fix this with basically what is essentially sandpaper. But anyway, I figured that's kind of a strange question, but kind of a funny thing to see. I don't see it all that often, and it's not a big deal. It is a slightly more valuable game, but not going to kill us here. Skate 3. This was all my fault, okay? I went to go do some sandpaper. I may have left it on for a little bit too long, and then I had a heck of a time trying to get it out, and I probably ran it through about 4 times. It still doesn't work. So in my effort, you know, I try the sandpaper out probably like once every couple months when I think to myself, oh, you know what, maybe this is a more valuable game. I can really clean it up nicely, take a little bit of bigger or deeper scratches out with the sandpaper. Sure enough, 99% of the time I mess up the disc, which is what happened here. So not a big deal. I mean, it kind of sucks, but that's another one that's gonna go in the bye-bye pile. And then this Call of Duty game that we were just talking about, that one also didn't work, so I'm not sure why that's there. But yeah, that's unfortunate, even after 2 goes. But I'm not gonna ditch this one just yet. I'm gonna put it in a test pile. I'm gonna save it for another day, because I think maybe one more go on that might do it. And when the JFJ is acting a little bit nicer, I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, still not too bad at all. 4 out of, you know, I don't know how many games there are, but probably close to 50. Not too upset about that at all. On to the next lot, guys. I've got it out on the table here in this box, and I don't even know what's in this one, as I expected. Yeah, there is some PlayStation 2 stuff. I'm gonna have to go through it though here and take a good look. Actually, let me get everything pulled out, and then we'll actually get a much better look. Okay, guys, so I've got everything laid out now, and it's looking like a lot more. But this is officially the last stuff that we had to test and get through as part of this challenge. So I'm super excited to start off here. It's actually gotten quite late at night. Actually, not that late. It's about 9 p.m. now, which is not too bad at all. I thought it was closer to 10:30. But yeah, so again, I probably started this video a little late and started this whole challenge for a day, but I really want to get this stuff done. I'm super pumped to do it. So we're just going to spend, I don't know, a couple hours here and see how much we can get done. I'm hoping that we can get all of it, but that might be a little bit ambitious. Now, one thing to note, and this was described to me when I purchased this lot, and I only just remember this now as I was taking it out, is that this is actually from a smoking house, which means that some of the stuff has a stench. Not all of it, but some of it does. And it's like a light stench. Like, it's not like the worst stench in the world. That's not me defending it. It's just me saying that I'm not noticing it particularly to be too strong, but you can definitely notice it. I don't know, on a one-off game, like if somebody just buys one, would they notice it? Maybe. My thing or my plan is I'm going to, hear me out on this one, hit each one with a stench with a little bit of Goo Gone, because that stuff has a whole nother stench, but it's not quite as gross or smelling like, you know, smoke. So I might just do that and just, you know, clean the case with the Goo Gone, and that should put off enough of a smell that I think would make it acceptable. Otherwise, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I've thought about it a little bit, and that's all the best I can come up with. I was thinking, like, you know, you could spray them with Febreze or something, but I don't think that that would last. At least the Goo Gone formula I know kind of stays on there, and oftentimes when I do it on games, they will smell for quite a while. I don't know. I really don't. But either way, we're going to get them tested right now. Worst case, I'll leave these to the end on the listing day, and we could even describe that in the listings if I can't get this smell to go away, or I can look at some alternative solutions. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go ahead and start by getting all of these items tested, or at least as many as I can. We'll start off with the PS2 games. Alright guys, well I've just finished all of the games in terms of all the PlayStation stuff. So here's one pile right here, here's another pile right here, and the other pile is right behind it. So I think unfortunately that is going to be all the time that I have for today. This took about an hour 40, and I'm not looking to pull an all-nighter because I still have to edit this video. However, that being said, we are very close. So we have this much stuff left, these two piles of Xbox games, and it shouldn't take long at all. My plan is to come on next episode, get these done right off the bat, and then we're going to move on to taking photographs of as many games as we think we can get listed in one day. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys will join me for that episode. And for anybody who was wondering, this is now what our shelf is starting to look like. We've got double road on almost 2 full shelves of video games stacked pretty high. So I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, a good variety of different consoles in here. There's probably actually more games in this stack than any other one because they're all loose. But as you can see, yeah, quite a few games all over the place. And it's going to take us quite a bit of time to photograph them. So I think I'll make a whole episode. But nevertheless, it's going to be a lot of fun. And as a final update on the wall, because I did go through everything, we have no boxes at the bottom. That is packing material. That's actually empty. Yeah, that's totally empty. And then this one on top is now empty. So I've just sort of left these here. I'm not sure why, but I should get rid of that. This one here is also empty. The ones back there, that's packing material. That's Lego. So that covers this entire shelf. Moving over here, we still had a couple games in here, but I'm not going to bother doing those just yet because, again, I want to get these things listed, and I think we have more than enough for one day worth of listing. There's still a few various boxes here with some little bits of video games in it, but other than that, that's actually basically everything. There's one more thing, actually. There is a small loose lot. That's not it. There's a small loose lot somewhere here of games, I thought. Maybe not. Is this it? This is it. Ah, here we are. There's a small loose lot of some discs in there. But realistically, we have gone through the majority of our inventory that was just sitting around, not being listed, not being dealt with, which is super exciting. Obviously, we have boxes and boxes of other stuff to deal with, but that's going to be for another day. With that though, guys, I am going to wrap things up here for today. If you guys enjoyed this video and found some value in it, be sure to go on below again and hit the like button on it. Also leave any comments, suggestions that you may have regarding anything in today's video down below. I always try my best to try to reply to those as quickly as I can, and I really appreciate when you guys leave them. I do read all of them, so keep that in mind. And with that said, I think we are going to have to wrap things up here. A lot of work to come. Hopefully you guys will join me next time, and I'll see you all in the next video.